The Crew Motorfest is now well on its way, and Ubisoft very kindly let me play a bit of it early, so in this video I want to share an early graphics, sound and gameplay comparison between Motorfest, the Crew 2, Need for Speed Unbound and of course Forza Horizon 5. First up is the Crew 2, and it's very clear that we've come a long way. Even though I was limited to playing the game at 1080p, it's a huge step above last generation, where graphics were a weak point. Most noticeably are the improvements in both colour and lighting, which have gone a very long way for realism. The world detail has also had big improvements, and handling too. All the cars I drove felt like they had some weight behind them and handled more expectedly, which is certainly a one-up on the Crew 2. Without further ado though, enjoy some uninterrupted gameplay and sound tests, and also note the new tyre wear system that you'll see in the second clip.
Riding the full roster of these legends was a rare privilege. A privilege Motorfest graciously gave me. And now, it's your turn. When to go for the pit stop, checking on your rivals, it gets intense.
Next up is Need for Speed Unbound. I went for nighttime gameplay here, as this is where Need for Speed is known to be very strong, and it's therefore a great benchmark. Despite this, Motorfest really does keep up, and I was incredibly impressed by this, especially those reflections in the water on the road. All the neon effects actually make Unbound look a bit bland in comparison here, although you may prefer its more toned down look. Another mention on handling is that Motorfest actually handles relatively closely now to Unbound, most noticeably by the way that you can more easily drift road cars if you so choose. In the Crew 2, drifting was only really natural in the dedicated drift cars, but for Motorfest this is no longer the case.
Playlists out for you is what I call a perk of the job. Right in the center of all the action, racing these Japanese drift masters, just awesome.
Finally then, we have the big one, Horizon 5, which is undoubtedly the benchmark for pretty much everyone these days. It definitely looks as if Ubisoft has taken some notes, and for me this is a closer comparison than expected. I'll leave you to decide which one you prefer the look of, but for me there are still some quite different styles present. Motorfest seems to have a very variable colour grading system based on the area or atmosphere of the race you're in, whereas Horizon 5 takes the very raw but realistic approach of staying consistent. In terms of handling, I'd have to say that Horizon remains a notch above, but it's still early days for Motorfest. This isn't the final build of the game, and based on the Crew 2, we're sure to get a hell of a lot of updates. You'll also see the new rewind feature in these clips, which you can thank my shitty driving for.
Overtaking. Impressive.
These cars, it's how these things drive. It was quite a challenge. It was outsiders and collector cars. When will you ever get a chance to take these in the gorgeous for a spin? That's the power of Vintage Garage. Taste of an age where there was no nitro to boost you and no GPS to guide you. Feels strangely comforting.
That's the Lamborghini Countach for ya.
So that's all I have for you in this video. Motorfest certainly is looking good, and don't forget this gameplay was limited to 1080p and isn't even the final version of the game, so it's only going to get better. Comment what your thoughts are so far, and if you want to see more content on Motorfest then do hit subscribe, as I'll be covering it when it releases fully. Anyway, that's everything, so thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.